What's going on, guys? We have started side 2 of Queen's first album. This song is Liar. Originally titled Lover, the rudiments of this song were written by Freddie Mercury and guitarist Mike Burson from Mercury's earlier group Ibex. Queen reworked it and Mercury took full credit since he had written the lyrics. As mentioned on the transcription on EMI Music Publishing's Off the Record sheet music, this is one of the band's few 1970s tracks to feature a Hammond organ. Liar was a staple of early concerts, but its inclusion was intermittent in later years, before returning in a shortened form for the Works tour. For the Magic tour, it was shortened to just the opening guitar section as a sieg into Tear It Up. Cool. Okay, we're gonna check it out. Liar. And this is the longest song on the record. Okay, they made it sound like Great King Rat was like the longest song in that whole description that I read before the song. But anyways, this is the longest song. Here we go. Liar. Let's do it. Bam. Like there's a flange. I liked all that. That was cool. This is a bit thick.
I have sinned, dear Father. Father, I have sinned. Try and help me, Father. Won't you let me in? Liar! Oh, nobody believes me. Liar! Why don't you leave me? Liar, I have stolen many times. Raise my voice in anger when I know I never should. Liar! Oh, everybody deceives me. Liar!
That's cool.
Why don't you leave me
I was like, I need to listen to their first album. Knew it. It's just cool to see where they came from, you know, how it started.
till your dying day. I'm gonna keep you till your dying day. I'm gonna kneel down by your side and pray. And pray. And pray. And pray. Wow! Wow! All day long. All day long. All day long. All day long. Yeah! All day
Very cool. Man. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, you know what? Forget. I'm not gonna start with that with the, Night at the Opera or any of that. Let me go at the start. Let me go right at the start. It just feels better, right? Then you have some perspective of like where it came from, right? Instead of like just jumping into it. I already know a ton of Queen songs without ever hearing their first album, So it's like, okay, I know where it goes. I just don't know how they got there. Now it's like, oh, okay. All right. Cool. It's really cool to hear, the theatrical stuff, all the vocal work, all the guitar stuff and the instrumental stuff and the tempo changes and the dynamics that they have. It's all stuff that clearly they were doing from the beginning. And that's cool to see. That's cool. So really cool. I mean, pretty ambitious. Seems like it's pretty ambitious. Cause yeah, what are you calling this? So they said prog rock, hard rock, heavy metal. Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. Sure. Sounds cool though. Really cool. Yeah, I like this one a lot. There's not one song that I've heard yet. And we've heard half the 5 songs, and there's 10 songs on the album. There's not one song that I've heard yet that I just am not into. The one that I liked probably the least, but I didn't dislike it, was Great King Rat. And again, I didn't dislike that song, like at all. It's just, this one was really cool. My Fairy King was really cool. It's just others I liked more. That's all. Yeah, Great King Rat wasn't bad at all. Anyways, very cool. Really, really liking it so far. Again, I imagine I'm going to say this for the rest of the album because I see how it's going. For me, it's only, I'm like, man, did they re-record did any of this get like it only has to do with sound quality for me. And it's not that it's bad, I just hear how it could be better, and I'm like, man, this album would just really kick if it were cleaner and just kind of mixed better, like balance is better. There are some times where I wish his vocals were more out front, louder. There's times where I wish the bass was louder, just things like that, stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like they're using a lot of reverb, where, especially on the vocals, where I'm like, maybe that's not necessary. Maybe just bring them out more, stuff like that. That's all. That's really all. These are the things I'm thinking about with all this. So, but musically, very cool stuff so far. Like really, really very cool. I don't know what I expected. Really, like I didn't come into this expecting anything. Actually, I just was like, I want to hear where it started. So I'm glad I'm doing it. All right, so Queen, The Night Comes Down is up next. I'll catch you then.